It's still it's still Sunday, right after I posted the last vlog, January 19th, and we've just got some curtains delivered in the mail. So I want to open them because the end of the era of having a sheet as my curtain in the office is near. And I'm also excited to put curtains in the bedroom and in the living room. I bought two sets that are the same and one set that's 20 centimeters shorter because the bedroom has a. I think the one that I've just opened is the bedroom one because the bedroom has the AC unit right above the door, so that's why I wanted it to be shorter. But the other two are the same length, same width, and all. And they're all whites, plain whites. Because I want to lighten the environments because all our woods are so dark in this house that I want to make stuff lighter. But it doesn't say which one is which in the packaging. It does say in one of the labels, but okay. Okay, so I was right. The first one that I opened was the shorter one. So I'm gonna keep it separate from the others so I don't have to be measuring stuff. Pubbie likes to play ripping the packages off. Like he likes to rip plastic. But he's always supervised. It's not I never leave him alone with plastic he can chew and ingest, And I have also got the rods because we don't have curtain rods in any of the windows. We actually do have nails, and I think the previous tenants just used nails and some sort of hanging sheet, maybe just the same way I do. These are also double rods because I want us to be able to close the sheer curtains and the blackout separately. I don't want to always be using the blackout because during the day I like the natural light. So. And they're plastic, but they're painted silver. And what I am going to do is remove the doors from both our balconies because I want to, like I said, lighten things up. So I need to get the doors out because the wood is just so dark. You can see and it's also warm. It's dark and warm. This is what it looks from the outside. One other huge problem is that this door, when it's open, it just blocks the barbecue area. Like that's the barbecue opening and it's blocked by the door. So whenever we have a barbecue, we had to close the door and then it gets way dark inside just because the door, it's just I don't understand this design. So that's one thing that always bothered me. And also this side, it was useless because we had this whole corner that was hidden by the door and we had this dark mess just on this side unnecessarily. So one thing that I did is I've already done with one door because I wanted to know if it would work. So I've removed one of the sheets, one of the shutters, the doors, remove the screws from that side, and then I've got it out through here. Like the rollers just come out in the middle. And I'm gonna get the other side off as well. And I gotta do the same for the bedroom So here we have the bedroom door, and as you can see, look at how dark it is. I'm gonna try to lighten it up. This is as light as it will go, but it's always so dark in the bedroom. And on the outside, we sort of have the same problem because when this door is open, it just blocks all the light to the planter in there. So we have two options. Either we block the light to the bedroom or to the plants. And another issue is that this door is completely in the way to the balcony because you get out from the bedroom and this door is open and you gotta go around it to get to the balcony, and it's always been weird to me, so that's why I just want to remove it because it doesn't make sense to have that in there. It doesn't. Good morning. I have my trusty Makita, and we're gonna drill some holes in this bad boy of a wall in the office. It's important that we do this in the morning because the sun hits the office directly in the afternoon, and I'm tired of having to put a sheet. And also, we can't drill outside of business hours, so I wanna try to do this quickly. And you guys are gonna be my supervisors. I have already marked the places where I want the holes to go. We've had some concrete, and that is gonna take more than a chair to go through, or maybe a lot of determination that I don't think I have on a Monday morning. I literally I sawed the screw a few millimeters off and cut the anchor a bit shorter also so that we could use it. This is what DIY is all about, I guess. Yay! Two to go. I went out and got a letter. What do you think? I think it looks way better. It makes the space lighter by covering the dark wood, but the blackout isn't even near how dark I thought it would be. So I think that's gonna be an issue for the bedroom. But I do really like it. Some things that I learned is I thought I was going too wide because there's that whole thing about you gotta get the curtain to be twice as wide as the space you want to have it in, and I got it twice and a half, but still I think it was a bit too short. I would have gotten it like a meter wider if I got it again. Other than that, I really do like it. And this took me way longer than I thought it would. So now I'm pooped and I'm hungry. So I'm gonna have dinner. I'm gonna have lunch and get to work. And these are the curtains in the living room. Let me make it darker so you can see the ruffles. I'm so happy. I like it so much. I think it looks so good. It just brightens the whole living room so much and also blocks the sun, of course. And this is the bedroom. The major thing that I like is that it covers we have a window AC under that part of the curtain, which is something that I wanted to cover up. And here's how they look when they're closed. I also like it very much. I think it elongates the wall and brightens the room as I want it. And also, it covers the walls, which also had a lot of water damage. And also, I removed the doors, the shutters from both of the doors of both of the balconies. But one thing is, like I said before, we do live in a rental, so we can't just toss those shutters. So I had to keep them somewhere. And for the moment, they're behind one of the cupboards in the kitchen and in the bedroom because we also don't have like a lot of storage, and especially storage that can take a whole door. So we compromise. We get some spaces to be a bit more cluttered and some spaces to look a bit brighter. So that's what we're doing for the moment. Also, I have said in the last vlog, I think, that the guy would come to replace the window shutter in our second bedroom or office, but he didn't come. So we messaged the rental administrator. Let's see what she says. But other than that, I've been a bit sad since yesterday because another thing that I've mentioned in a previous vlog is that I've built my own Murphy bed in the bedroom. And yesterday, when I went to go to sleep, I was putting the Murphy bed down and it broke on me. And none of us got injured, so that was pretty lucky. But one of the sides of the base just gave up, and the hardware for the it was a piston bed because pistons are just way quieter and longer lasting than springs. So anyway, it was a piston bed, and the piston just sort of lodged the hardware into the bed. If I can, I'll put a video that I took of it alongside me while I talk. But it sort of turned into a time bomb because the wood could shatter or break at any moment. And it was like 11 at night because I was getting ready to go to bed. So I didn't expect it to break and do a whole thing. And we couldn't make that much noise because of the neighbors. So we ended up getting my boyfriend's family to come help, and his dad and his brother sort of tried to close the bed as well as they could, and then I managed to get the piston off while they were holding the bed up. So because of that, for now our mattress is in the living room and I'm sleeping in the office because I cannot sleep without AC. It's just too hot, and it's been the hottest week in the whole of last year, because last year the summer was so mild. Like, I was liking the summer, and I'm a cold person, so yeah, summer is taking it all back this week. So we're having the worst heat I've seen in years, I think. And because of that, I'm sleeping on the floor in the office with the AC on, and we're gonna try to remove the frame of the Murphy bed tomorrow. And I think I'm just gonna give up on that whole project because so much of it has gone wrong. It's nice to have had the experience. I know now that I'm not knowledgeable enough to have done it, but at least I tried. Who's got an inside out here? Hmm? It is now Friday. I can't even remember if I said which day it was when the whole bad thing happened, but it was Wednesday. So now it's Friday. Today, my boyfriend's dad and brother came over to help us remove the rest of the hardware from the bed. So we did that during lunch, and they left the bed as it is because I wanted to fix it later. But I'm gonna show you the state of it now. So this is the inside of the base. I had another sheet of the MDF, just like the one from. There's one in here. Then there's this supports, and I had another sheet in there where the mattress would sit on. And in the process of us removing that piston, the frame of the base fell off. So I'm gonna have to fix that. But now I'm gonna remove the one hardware that's left before I can just pull the base off and fix the whole framing. This supports the beams. They are not attached to any part of the base. They're just kind of laid in there so they can be pulled on and off. And that was sort of making me regret some things while we were using the bed because they did make noise during the nights. They started making noise because with the heat and then us turning the AC on, the wood would contract and expand, and that caused some gaps that made the whole base start making noise when we moved. So I was thinking about changing the bed anyway, but for now we don't have the money, so we're gonna keep using this for a while. So I'm gonna just reattach the side of the base and put the cap on in here. And I think we're gonna put the other MDF sheet on top of the whole thing again. All done. Now we got a bed. It's just not a Murphy bed, but it still has a frame. I wanted to talk a bit more about the whole Murphy bed situation. So, excuse me if I repeat myself, but there's a whole story behind it because the Murphy bed project comes from a previous apartment that I lived in that was smaller, and I had in my head that I wanted to have a Murphy bed so that I could make more space out of the one bedroom that I had. And also in that apartment, when I moved in, I sold the base for the bed that I had because that base was too small for the bed. I used to have a double bed, but then I bought a queen mattress, thinking that the one before was a queen bed, but no, it wasn't a normal double bed. So I was left with a queen mattress and a double base. And I lived with that for a while, but before moving out to that apartment, I sold the base. So my mattress was on the floor when I was living in the one bedroom apartment. So that contributed to the whole I want to have a Murphy bed thing, and I want to make my own project, and I want it to be high quality, but I want to spend less. All those ideas that come into your idealized project in your head. So I bought the hardware. It is from a local manufacturer that's in my state. So I thought that was really cool that I was supporting a state business, and it was kind of expensive. So I bought the hardware and I thought that I would do the project in the future. But I am someone who just stalls everything even if I really want to do it. Just the thing is ready in my mind. And because of that, all of the hard work that I have to put in actually making it makes me not want to make it, because I guess I have a bit of a dopamine addiction, and stuff that takes too long to do just doesn't make me want to do it. So I ended up moving out of that apartment without making the bed. But my boyfriend always hyped me up, he supports me a lot, and he kind of pushed me. Because I've already had the hardware, I just had to do the project that I really wanted to do. So I decided to keep the hardware, moving into this apartment, and finally make the project. And I did that. I bought the wood. I did the project in CAD. I measured everything, made sure that it wasn't gonna go like absurdly wrong, and the wood got delivered, and we had our major sort of setback because I forgot to buy smaller sheets for the base, so we had a whole big sheet of MDF that was really, really heavy. And just me and my boyfriend alone, we couldn't bring it up the 8 flights of stairs that we had to go up for our apartment because the sheet wouldn't fit in the elevator. So we got a friend to help bring the wood up, and then I took like another whole month to build it. But I built the bed, and while I was building it, I already noticed that my project was too heavy for the hardware. So there were lots of red flags happening while the project was being made. But I insisted because that's how you learn. And I learned a lot. And I'm pretty proud of myself for doing such a big project and for the use we got out of it. But one thing that makes me kind of sad is that I'm not gonna do it anymore. Like, I'm not gonna be building Murphy beds for a living or for other people or again and again, because you have one bed, you don't need another one. So it makes me kind of sad for the money spent and the time spent for something that I'm not gonna really keep doing. And like, you guys watch my vlogs, you can see that I do lots of projects involving crafting and stuff. And I try to use the wood that was left from the Murphy bed project. But I feel like it's always makeshift, you know? It's always a poor DIY job because I don't go all out into the whole spending to have the best material, because the point was to spend less in the first place. But it makes you appreciate the work that's put into it and why stuff costs so much. So that's one good thing that I have gotten out of it. I don't know what I want to get with this. I guess just closure for us and for the whole I'm giving up on the bed thing. And I want to toss those pieces of wood out or maybe donate them to someone who wants to use them, because I don't know. I think I have other projects in mind now, and I don't want to be hoarding stuff that I don't need, and that when I'm gonna use, I'm gonna just butcher it somehow, you know. So I think I'm gonna think of a way of donating all that wood. And don't take me wrong, we're gonna be using the base of the bed until we get a new one that's actually fit for the bed and all. For now, the wood isn't gonna go to waste. It's just not a Murphy bed anymore. So yeah, if I keep all of this in the blog, thanks for watching and listening. You can tell me what you think or maybe how you feel about it. You can criticize me, I don't care. You can also give it advice. I'm just not sure I'm gonna use it. But yeah, that's it for now. Until next week.